Look at from sides. From sides it is R1 only. Perpendicular distance of I1 to the side BC to the side CA to the side AB. It will be equal to R1. Look at here. I have already discussed what is meant by X center. All of you listen carefully. Internal angular bisector of angle A and external angular bisectors of angle B and C, they will meet at a point. I am extending this one. I am extending this one. So this internal angular bisector of angle A I am drawing. This external bisectors I am drawing. So this is the angle, external angle of B. This is the angle, external angle of C. So the bisector that is bisecting this external angle I am drawing. The bisector that is bisecting external angle I am drawing. So this is called I1. This is called I1. This is called X center opposite to vertex A. This is called I1. So this point will be equidistant from all the sides. Look at from I1 to I am dropping perpendicular upon BC. Perpendicular upon BC. Let us say this is D. From I1 I am dropping perpendicular upon AC extended. So this distance is nothing but R1. This is called X radius. R1. So from here I am dropping a perpendicular upon AB. These distances will be equal. Right? This is X circle opposite to vertex A I have discussed. This is called X circulum. That is touching all the sides of the triangle. AB, AC extended and then BC. Externally, this is called X circle. Now what I am discussing about is AI1 distance. AI1 distance. Look at, for calculating AI1, I am considering the triangle AI1E. AI1E. In this angle is what? A by 2. In this angle is what? A by 2. Triangle AI1E. AI1E, I am writing sine A by 2. Sine A by 2 is nothing but opposite I1E divided by I1E divided by hypotenuse. This is right angle. So hypotenuse is what? AI1. So this is nothing but this is R1 divided by AI1. Therefore, AI1 you will get R1 cosecant A by 2. So this is the formula. R1 cosecant A by 2. That means the distance of vertex A to the X center opposite to vertex A. So this is the distance R1 cosecant A by 2. Then BI1, look at BI1. BI1 is this. For that I am considering the triangle BDE. I am considering the triangle okay, look at this triangle ABC is there. Internal angular bisector of angle A is this. Okay. This is internal angle B. This is the exterior angle B. This is the exterior angle C. Right. So I have drawn the line bisecting the exterior angle B. This is the one. This is the exterior angle bisector. Right. This is the exterior angle bisector. Right. This line, and this line will meet at a point that is called X center opposite to vertex A. Understood? Now that is geometric property. Just like internal angular bisectors, they are intersecting at I. Like that, this internal angular bisector and these two external angular bisectors, they will intersect at a point. That point is called I1. That is called X center opposite to vertex A. Understood? So this I1 will be equidistant from all the sides. If you drop a perpendicular from I1 upon BC, this is I1D. If you drop a perpendicular from I1 upon AB extended, that is, this is I1F, let us say, this is, right? I have dropped a perpendicular from I1 upon AC extended, that is I1E. These three distances will be equal, perpendicular distances. With this as center and this R1 as radius, if we draw a circle, it will touch all the three sides. That is called X circle opposite to vertex A. Okay? Okay, fine, fine. So now look at this triangle. Look at this triangle BDI1. Look at this triangle BDI1. Now look at here. This angle completely is, this is B. This is B. So this angle completely is exterior angle. 180 degree minus B. This angle is there. This is angle B. This is angle B. This is angle B. This complete angle is 180 minus B. This line is bisecting this angle. This line is bisecting this angle. That means this angle will be halved. So this angle, whatever it is there, this angle, that will be half of this. 90 degree minus B by 2. 90 degree minus B divided by 2. This complete angle is 180 minus B. So this will be half of that. This will be half of that. Now I am considering the triangle BDI1. Consider the triangle BDI1. I want to calculate I1B. Right? I am writing sine of this angle. Sine of 90 minus this angle is in this triangle. In this triangle, this angle is 90 minus B by 2. Therefore, sine of 90 degree minus B by 2 equals to opposite side I1D. I1D divided by hypotenuse I1B. So this is cos B by 2 equal to I1D. I1D means what? R1 divided by I1B. So therefore I1B is nothing but R1 secant B by 2. Secant B by 2. This is the one. Right? Similarly you consider this triangle. This triangle is there, this triangle. Similarly, you consider this triangle. This will be 90 minus C by 2. This complete is 180 minus C. This is 90 minus C by 2. In this triangle, if you write, you will get CI1. Right? I1 means AI1 means this you will get cosecant and these two you will get secant formula. Just to remember this formula. AI1 means R1 cosecant A by 2. BI1 means these two you will get secant. Similarly, opposite to vertex B will be there. Look at here. Opposite to vertex B. Similarly, I2. Distances of X center opposite to vertex B. Look at what you will get is AI2. This is secant A by 2. AI2, that is secant A by 2. BI2, you will get cosecant B by 2. Similarly, you will get CI2, this is R2. This you will get. Distances of X, look at them. Internal angular bisector of angle A and external bisectors of angle C, they are intersecting at a point. Similarly, internal angular bisector of angle B and external bisectors of angle C, they will meet at a point. So that side circle will be there. right? For that center will be I2 this side. So for that distances are AI2 is nothing but you will get in secant, BI2 you will get in cosecant, R2 here radius is. CI2 you will get CI2 you will get R2 secant C by 2 and from sides it is R2 and from sides it is R2. Similar formula. So similarly distances of X center I3 opposite to vertex C. Similarly, internal angular bisector of angle C and external angular bisectors of angle A and angle B. They will be concurrent at one point and that is called I3. So you will get the formula from vertices AI3. You will get R3 here. R3 secant A by 2. BI3. You will get this also secant R3 secant B by 2. CI3 you will get cosecant R3 cosecant C by 2. These are the formulae. From sides equal to R. R3. From sides perpendicular distance means x radius of that circle. That is R3. X circle opposite to vertex A is nothing but point of concurrency of internal angular bisector of angle A and external bisectors of angle B, angle C. So opposite to vertex A, there will be circle which touches all the sides. X center opposite to vertex B is point of concurrency of internal angular bisector of angle B and external bisectors of angle C and angle A. It will be touching all the sides opposite to vertex B. Similarly, opposite to vertex C, there will be a circle which touches all the sides. That is called X circle opposite to vertex C. Those centers are denoted by I1, I2, I3. These are the formula for X centers. Look at next. There are look at, there are some inequalities. In triangle ABC. Look at first inequality is cos A less than or equal to 3 by 2. In any triangle ABC, cos A plus cos B plus cos C is less than or equal to 3 by 2. Now the proof of this is not necessary. I will tell again in the inequalities chapter. For the time being, you remember this proof. Now not necessary. It will take time for explaining all those things. In the inequalities chapter, I will tell about this. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C less than or equal to 3 by 2. Maximum value of cos A plus cos B cos C is 3 by 2. It happens in equilateral triangle. It happens in equilateral triangle 60 degree. Look at if this is 60, this is 60, this is 60, then this value is what 3 by 2. In the equilateral triangle, it will be maximum. It will be maximum. That means triangle equilateral. right? Whenever this cos A, cos B plus cos C is there, you write less than or equal to 3 by 2. Maximum value means always you take an equilateral triangle. If we asking any maximum value of something, right, you take the equilateral triangle, because most of the cases you will get maximum value in equilateral triangle when all the angles are equal. Proof I will tell later on. Now the time is not enough to tell those, right? Just remember this one. In the inequalities chapter it will be there. I will tell. Now another inequality is sin A by 2, sin B by 2 into sin C by 2. Another inequality is less than or equal to 1 by 8. Less than or equal to 1 by 8. This also in equilateral triangle. Substitute A equal to 60, B equal to 60, C equal to 60. What you will get? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. That is the maximum value. 1 by 8. In any triangle it will be less than 1 by 8 only. In equilateral triangle it will be 1 by 8. This one inequality you remember. Look at here. By using these inequalities, whenever they will come, look at how to use. So R is what? 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. Suppose this is the one. In radius formula is this. Now you can say that maximum value. This is less than or equal to 1 by 8. So R is less than or equal to 4R. Look at here. So R is 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. This is less than or equals to 4R into 1 by 8. In any triangle, this is less than or equal to 1 by 8. That means this complete quantity will be less than or equal to, this is constant only, 4R into 1 by 8. Therefore, in any triangle, R is less than or equals to capital R by 2. R is less than or equals to capital R by 2. R equal to capital R by 2 in equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, always equality holds good when it is equilateral triangle. Look at here, this is the formula. In this you substitute 60 by 2, 60 by 2, 60 by 2. What you will get? 4R into 1 by 8. That means small r will become capital R by 2. That means in an equilateral triangle, small r is to capital R is nothing but 1 is to 2. In an equilateral triangle, in radius and circumradius will be in the ratio 1 is to 2. 1 is to 2. In the remaining triangles, R will be less than capital R by 2 always. R will be less than capital R by 2. Just whenever this term and this term will come, you write less than or equal to 3 by 2 this one. You write less than or equal to 1 by 8 this one. Then you will get maximum value and minimum value. Whenever in the problem, if you ask maximum value and minimum value, bring to this term or this term, that problem, and write less than or equal to 3 by 2 and less than or equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 8. Look at one problem, how the application will be. In triangle ABC, capital R equal to 2. Capital R equal to 2. Find maximum value of R1 minus R into R2 minus R into R3 minus R. Let us say he has asked like this, right? Now you know these two inequalities. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C and sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2 you know. R1 minus R, I have told one formula. R1 minus R, we have deduced also. R1 minus R formula is what? 4R sine square a by 2. I have deduced also R1 minus R formula is what? 4R sine square a by 2. So this is 4R sine square b by 2. So this is 4R sine square c by 2. This is the formula. Right? So this is nothing but 8R cube. So no, 64R cube into sine a by 2 sine b by 2 sine c by 2 whole square. This whole square. Now you have arrived at the term sine a by 2 into sine b by 2 into sine c by 2. That means less than or equals to 64R cube. So this is less than or equal to 1 by 8 whole square. 1 by 8 whole square. That means 64 into, this is given 2. 2 cube into 1 by 64. That means this is less than or equal to 8. So maximum value is what? Maximum value is 8. Like that. Whenever an expression is given, you substitute those formulae, whatever in terms of angles formula are there. If you substitute the formula, if you are arriving at sine A by 2 into sine B by 2 into sine C by 2, you write that is less than or equal to 1 by 8. Then you will get the maximum value. Look at next one. Let orthocenter H, comma circumcenter. CC means circumcenter. O. Circumcenter O. In center I. In center I. Right? Centroid G. Centroid G. So let us say these are the points. Right? I will denote orthocenter, circumcenter, in center, centroid like that. Now, in any triangle, first point is orthocenter in any triangle. This is well known fact. Orthocenter, centroid and circumcenter will lie on a line in any triangle. So centroid divides in the ratio, 1:2. Centroid divides orthocenter and circumcenter in the ratio 1:2. This is well known fact. In any triangle, these 3 points will lie on a line, collinear. Right? In equilateral triangle, all the 3 points will coincide. Right? So centroid divides orthocenter. Circumcenter. Oh, this is circumcenter, this is orthocenter. Centroid divides circumcenter and orthocenter in the ratio 1:2. That means OG divided by GH equal to 1/2. That is what? OG divided by GH is nothing but 1:2. 1:2. So this is well known point only. Note down that. Look at next point, second point. So this is, look at some formula I will tell. I will tell the proof of one formula. OH means distance between, look at distance between circumcenter and orthocenter. In any triangle ABC, distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. Look at the formula. First note down the formula, I will tell one proof. Root of 1 minus 8 cos A cos B cos C. This is O means circumcentrum. O means circumcenter. H means orthocenter. Those 2 points will be there in the triangle. Distance between them is this formula. Capital R is circumradius and these are the angles. If circumradius is given and the angles are given, you can calculate the distance between them by using this formula. I will tell the proof. First note down the formula. Distance between orthocenter and incenter, this is 2r square minus 4 capital R square cos A cos B cos C. This small r is in radius. This capital R is circumradius in triangle ABC. This is always small r denotes in radius of the triangle. Capital R denotes circumradius of the triangle. So this is the formula for distance between orthocenter and incenter. Look at it. OI means distance between circumcenter. Distance between circumcenter and incenter. Distance between circumcenter and incenter. This is. So this is nothing but another formula is there. R into root of 1 minus 8 sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Take this one. So these three. This is distance between circumcenter and orthocenter. This is formula. This is distance between circumcenter and incenter. This is the formula. And this is the distance between orthocenter and incenter. These three formula you have to remember. Whenever you will get the distances, you have to substitute this formula. This has two formulas. This formula is the basic formula. Here you substitute small r value. Small r is 4r sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. You will get this one. This is the basic formula. In this you substitute formula r value 4r sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. You will get that. Look at. I will tell this one. I will tell this one. Right. Similarly, whenever time is there, you prove these two. Look at this one. Distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. I will tell the proof. Look at here. All of you listen carefully. Look at. In triangle ABC, just distance between orthocenter and circumcenter you have to calculate. I am dropping an altitude. Look at, I am dropping an altitude from A. Just I have dropped an altitude from A. On that only orthocenter will lie. Look at, I am plotting orthocenter. One point you plot. On altitude only it will lie. On altitude only it will lie. Of course, it is the intersection point of all the three altitudes. First, I have drawn one altitude. On that altitude only orthocenter will lie. Now, I am drawing perpendicular bisector of BC. Look at perpendicular bisector of BC. Let us say this is L. This is L. This is M. M is the midpoint of BC. I am drawing perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. This is the perpendicular bisector of BC. On this circumcenter will lie. Let us say this is H. This is H. That is orthocenter. Now let us say this is circumcenter. This point. This point, let us say O. Right? It will lie on the altitude, Amma. It will lie on the perpendicular bisector. Intersection point of all the perpendicular bisectors is what? Circumcenter. So I have drawn one perpendicular bisector. On that only it will lie. Look at here. What I am doing is I am joining O to B. Look at here. O to B. I am joining O to B and I am joining H to B. I am drawing another altitude through B that will pass through H. So this is another altitude. Intersection point of this altitude and that altitude is what? That is nothing but orthocenter. Now look at here. I am in this triangle. I am joining OH. I am joining OH. That is the distance you have to calculate. That is the distance you have to calculate. Now look at here. This OB distance you know. This OB distance is what? This OB distance is nothing but distance of circumcenter to the vertex B. So OB distance is nothing but distance of circumcenter to the vertex B. This is small r. Capital R. Distance of circumcenter to any vertex is what? Circumradius. So this distance you know. And HB is nothing but distance of orthocenter to the vertex B. That yesterday we have calculated. What is that? 2r cos B. 2r cos B. So this distance OB you know now, that is capital R. This distance HB you know, that is what? 2r cos B. Now if you find the angle between them, this angle, according to cosine rule, this side you know, and their included angle you know, you can calculate what is the third side, that is OH. Now I am going to calculate this angle. Look at, I am going to calculate that angle. Now look at here. For that what I am doing is, you look at the triangle, let us say this is N. This is N. That is one altitude and that is 90 degree. Right? So look at this triangle BNC. This angle is C. This angle is 90 degrees. So this complete angle from here to here. Look at this triangle BNC. This is 90 degree. This is angle C. So this complete angle, whatever it is there, will be, that complete angle will be 90 minus C. Is it correct or not? Look at in the triangle BNC. This is 90 degree. This is C. This is 90 degree. And this complete is the third angle. That means 180 minus of 90 plus C. That means 90 minus C. Right? So now look at here. This is OB. This one circle will be there like this. This is circumcircle. Look at, I am drawing circumcircle of triangle ABC. Like this. I am drawing circumcircle of triangle ABC. This is the circumcircle of triangle ABC. Now OB is what? One radius. Because this is circumcenter, OB is what? Radius. So this is what? Radius. Now this angle is what? 2A. This angle is what? This angle is what? A. This complete angle is 2A. That complete angle is nothing but 2A. Right? So this will be the perpendicular bisector. That means this angle will be A. This angle will be A. Triangle OBC is isosceles triangle. That means this complete angle is angle at the center. So this OM divides into two parts. Angular bisector. This is angle A. This is angle A. Right? This is angle A. This is angle A. Look at the triangle OBM. Triangle OBM. Triangle OBM. In triangle OBM, this angle is 90 degree. This angle is A. In triangle OBM, this angle is 90 degree. This angle is A. So whatever this angle I want to calculate. What is that angle I want to calculate? Look at that. That angle I want to calculate. Triangle OBM. Once look at it is easy. This is 90 degree and this is angle A. So this angle will be third angle. 180 minus of 90 plus A. That means this angle is nothing but 90 minus A. 90 minus A. Let us say our required angle. Let us say our required angle is theta. Let us say our required angle theta. Our required angle, what do you want? Angle between OB and HB. That let us say that angle is theta. Now theta, look at this complete angle is what? This complete angle is nothing but 90 minus C. This complete angle is nothing but 90 minus C. Therefore, angle HBO. Angle HBO. This is nothing but theta. This is nothing but theta. That is nothing but 90 minus C minus of 90 degree minus A. 90 degree minus A. The 90 will get cancelled. That is nothing but A minus C. That theta is nothing but A minus C. Now look at the triangle. Look at the triangle OHB. In triangle OHB, you know OB side and you know this BO side, you know that is nothing but R. This BH side length, you know, two sides, you know, and the included angle, you know. You have to calculate third side, that is nothing but OH. What is according to cosine rule? According to cosine rule, OH square equals to OB square, this side square plus HB square minus 2 into OB into HB into cos theta. That is cos A minus C. Angle between them is nothing but cos A minus C. Now I want to substitute this. OB, you know, you substitute the value OH square equal to, this is nothing but capital R square plus, this is nothing but this square 4R square cos square B minus 2 into OB is capital R, HB is nothing but 2R cos B into, I am writing this as cos of A minus C. This is the one. So I am taking from completely R square common. R square common. Right? R square common means you will get 1 plus 4 cos square B minus 4 cos B into cos A minus C. Cos A minus C. From these two I am taking cos B common. Cos B common. 4 cos B. 4 cos B into cos B minus cos of A minus C. Now if you look at here, cos B, I am writing like this. Cos B can be written as 180 minus of A plus C. So this is nothing but I can write it as minus cos of A plus C. Cos B is nothing but 180 minus of A plus C, that is minus cos of A plus C. So here you can replace minus cos of A plus B. So therefore OH square will become R square into 1 plus 4 cos B into, so here minus means I am taking common number, minus 4 cos B into cos of A plus C plus cos of A minus C. Now cos of A plus C is what? Cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. This is cos A cos C plus sin A sin C. This sum will become 2 cos A cos C. Therefore 2 cos A cos C into 4 cos B. That means OH square you will get R square into 1 minus 8 cos A cos B cos C. Therefore OH is nothing but R root of 1 minus, that is the formula. This is the distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. Orthocenter and circumcenter. Just these are, just remember this formula. Nothing is there. Nothing significance. In the you won't get any problems regarding this. Just remember the formula. Remember the formula. Just whenever this capital R is known and angles are known, you can calculate the distance. In the free time, you try to prove this. Just like this, whatever I have done. In the free time, whenever free time you will get, you try this. Remember this formula. Distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. Distance between orthocenter and incenter. Distance between circumcenter and incenter. Note down. We will go to the next concept. Look at next. Next we will go to another important concept. Look at next one. All of you listen carefully. There is a triangle ABC. There is a triangle ABC. You will get a comprehension in advance, whatever I am telling. In advanced exam, you will get one comprehension on whatever I am telling. Listen carefully. This is the triangle ABC. This is the triangle ABC. So this is length A, this is length B, this is length C. I am dropping altitudes. Look at it. I am dropping altitudes. So this is one altitude. This is one altitude. Right? This is one altitude. Look at it. Altitude means what? From this point I have dropped perpendicular. upon BC, right? This D is called foot of perpendicular. This D, wherever the perpendicular meets, D is called foot of perpendicular. Look at, I am writing. That D point, that means from A you have dropped perpendicular, no? That perpendicular where it meets BC, that D is called D point, is called foot of perpendicular. That means where the perpendicular meets, that has one name. Foot of perpendicular from A on BC. From A on BC. Where the altitude meets, that point D is called foot of perpendicular from A upon BC. Now I am dropping another altitude. Look at it. So this is 90 degree, right? I am dropping another perpendicular. So this is 90 degree, right? Let us say this is E. This E is foot of perpendicular. Foot of perpendicular, I will write FOP. From B on side CA. From B on side CA. That E is called 1 foot of perpendicular. Now I am dropping another altitude from C upon AB. So this is another altitude. F. Right? F. So therefore F. Foot of perpendicular from C on AB. Now look at this. So this is orthocenter. This is H. This is orthocenter of the triangle. Where the altitudes meet, that point is called orthocenter. That point is called orthocenter. Now what I am doing is, these foot of perpendiculars are there. These foot of perpendiculars are there. These are also called foot of altitudes also. Foot of perpendicular or foot of altitudes. Right? Now I am joining this foot of perpendiculars. This DEF I am joining. Look at this DEF. I am constructing a triangle. I am joining this. I am joining this and forming a triangle. Right? So that is the triangle. I have formed one triangle. Look at triangle DEF. That means I have joined all the foot of perpendiculars and formed one triangle. This triangle DEF is called pedal triangle. Is called pedal triangle. Pedal triangle of triangle ABC. This has one name. Triangle DEF is called pedal triangle of triangle ABC. That means if you join the foot of perpendiculars and form a triangle, then it is called pedal triangle of triangle ABC. That has one name. Now what I want to do is, I want to find angles of the pedal triangle and sides of the pedal triangle in terms of angles of triangle ABC and sides of triangle ABC. I want to calculate what is this angle. This angle D is here, one angle is there in this triangle. These angles I want to calculate, and these sides DE, EF, DF, those sides are there, I want to calculate. Look at, all of you listen carefully. First point, I will tell the points. In triangle DEF, in triangle DEF. Number 1. So look at this angle. Angles. At D. At this point is there 180 minus 2A. Angles are, look at, I will tell. Angles will be like this. I will tell the proof. One by one, I will list the formula and I will tell the proof. Angles are 180 minus 2A, 180 minus 2B, 180 degree minus 2C. So this angle is at D. This angle is at D. At D means this angle, this angle. In the triangle at D, whatever the angle is there, that is 180 minus 2A. At E means this angle. This angle in the triangle 180 minus 2B. At F angle will be 180 minus 2C. So in this triangle DEF, angles are 180 minus 2A, 180 minus 2B, 180 minus 2C. That means if you know the angles of the triangle, you can calculate what are the angles of pedal triangle. Look at how you will get. I am telling the proof, observe carefully. Now look at here. Look at here. Whatever I am telling, observe carefully. Angle HEC. Angle HEC is what? Look at in the diagram. Angle HEC is what? 90 degree. Angle HEC is nothing but 90 degree. Angle HDC is nothing but 90 degree. I am writing here. Angle HEC equal to 90 degree. That is equals to angle HDC. Angle HEC means this is 90 degree only. This is right angle triangle. So this is right angle triangle. Right? So these both are 90 degree. Therefore, what happens? This EHDC, they are concyclic points. They are concyclic points means what? They will lie on a circle. Look at how. Look at, I am drawing a circle with HC as diameter. I am drawing a circle with HC as diameter. I am drawing, look at. I am drawing a circle. All of you listen carefully. I am drawing a circle. I am drawing a circle with HC as diameter. With HC as diameter. If any doubt, raise your hand. Look at them. With HC as diameter, if I draw a circle, this circle will pass through E and D because angle in a semicircle is the right angle. Angle in a semicircle is what? Right angle. I have drawn with HC as diameter. That means this E and D will lie on that circle because it is 90 degree. That's why these all 4 points are called concyclic points. They will lie on a circle. Right? They will lie on a circle. Look at here again. So this is the, so therefore the points I am writing here, points HD, CE are concyclic. That you can say they will lie on a circle, and that means this is nothing but cyclic quadrilateral. Right? Now if you look at here, another diagram, look at. You look at HB, look at this. This HB is there. Now if you look at here, this angle is 90 degree in triangle HFB. In triangle HFB, this is 90 degree. In triangle HDB, that is 90 degree. I am writing here, look at. So angle HFB equal to 90 degree equals to angle HDB. This is also 90 degree. Now what? Now what can you say? With HB as diameter, If we draw a circle, look at with HB as diameter, I am drawing one circle. Listen carefully. With HB, look at with HB as diameter, I have drawn a circle. On that circle, F and D will lie because angle in a semicircle is what? Right angle. So therefore, we can say that. HFBD are concentric points. If any doubt is there, raise your hand. No problem. HFBD are concentric. Right? So that means HFBD, they will lie on a circle. Right? So these 2 points are clear. Ask your doubt, whatever you have. Fast. ఏది యాంగిల్ చూడు ఇదిగో ఇక్కడ బి అనేది ఆల్టిట్యూడ్ కదా ఇది బి అనేది ఆల్టిట్యూడా కాదా ఆల్టిట్యూడ్ అంటే మరి ఏసీ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా ఉంటుంది కదా ఈ యాంగిల్ 90 కదా అంటే యాంగిల్ హెచ్ఈసి 90 కదా ఓకేనా అట్లా ఆల్టిట్యూడ్స్ కదా అందుకని 90 డిగ్రీ ఓకే కదా సో లుక్ ఎట్ హియర్ వాట్ ఐ యామ్ డూయింగ్ ఈస్ now look at the diagram Amma. 2 circles are there here. Look at the diagram, 2 circles are there. Look at this chord Amma. Look at this chord. Right? Look at this chord. This HE is chord, right? HE is chord to this circle. Now look at here. I want to calculate this angle. Right? This angle. This angle I want from the triangle in terms of ABC. That angle is what? That angle I want. Look at. For that you take the triangle AFC. Look at. You take the triangle AFC. You take the triangle AFC. In this triangle, this angle is A. This angle is 90 degrees. So this angle will be what? 90 degree minus A. Observe carefully. In the triangle AFC, this angle is nothing but 90 minus A. This is A, this is 90. So this will be 180 minus of 90 plus A. Akhil, what is your doubt? Tell me fast. Akhil. అది ఇప్పుడు హెచ్సి డయామీటర్ గా గీస్తున్నాం మరి ఇప్పుడు ఈ అనేది సర్కిల్ పైన లేకపోతే ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది యాంగిల్ ఇన్ సెమీ సర్కిల్ రైట్ యాంగిల్ కదా ఇప్పుడు యాంగిల్ హెచ్ఈసి ఏంటి 90 డిగ్రీనే కదా మరి అప్పుడు అది సర్కిల్ పైన లేకపోతే ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది మరి యాంగిల్ ఇన్ సెమీ సర్కిల్ రైట్ యాంగిల్ కదరా డయామీటర్ తో 90 చేసే పాయింట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది సర్కిల్ పైనేగా ఉండేది అందుకనేది డెఫినెట్ గా 90 డిగ్రీ కాబట్టి ఉంటుంది లేకపోతే ఉండదు అర్థమైందా ఓకే రైట్ నౌ లుక్ ఎట్ అమ్మ ఇన్ ద ట్రయాంగిల్ AFC I am talking about this is angle A, this is 90 degrees, so this angle will be what 90 minus A. Now look at this chord carefully. This HE is there. This HE subtends an angle 90 minus A here. Now I am asking what is angle HDE amma? What is angle HDE? Angle HCE is 90 minus A. Is 90 minus A. Now I am asking about angle HDE. What is that? Angles in the same segment. Angles in the same segment. So this is the major arc. This chord subtends an angle 90 minus A here. The same chord will subtend with what angle? This HDE, this angle I am talking about, this angle, this angle. So that is nothing but 90 minus A. So therefore, angles in the same segment in the circle, 90 minus A. So this is 90 minus A. This angle is what? I want to calculate angle D. One part I got here. One part I got. This is what? 90 minus A. So look at this angle I am drawing here. This angle I am writing here. This angle is nothing but 90 degree minus A. Any doubt regarding this? Fast amma. Okay, right. Now look at the chord FH amma. Look at the chord FH. Look at this chord. In this circle FH. Look at this chord. Now I want this angle amma. Look at. I want this angle. Look at. I want this angle. In the triangle ABE, you look at. In the triangle ABE. In the triangle ABE, this angle is what? Angle A. This angle is what? 90 degrees. So this angle is what? So this angle is nothing but 90 degree minus A. By taking the triangle ABE, this angle is A, this angle is 90 degrees. So this will be 180 minus or 90 plus A. So this angle is 90 minus A. Now look at this circle. This is the chord FH. So this obtains an angle on the major segment. Now as this angle is B, now I am asking about this angle. Look at, I am marking here this angle. So these are also angles in the same segment. So this is the chord FH. This angle is what? 90 minus A. This is nothing but angle. This is nothing but angle in the same segment. So this angle is what? 90 degree minus A. Now what is our required angle? Our required angle of the triangle. This is 90 minus A. This is 90 minus A. Both you club angle at D. Therefore, now look at here. I am writing here. I am writing here. FBH angle FBH is nothing but 90 minus A. FBH is nothing but 90 minus A. Therefore, FDH. Therefore, angle FDH is nothing but 90 minus A. I am writing the remaining here. Our required angle is what? Our required angle is nothing but FDE. In the triangle, angle at D is nothing but this angle FDE is the required angle. That is nothing but angle FDH plus this is the angle FDH plus angle HDE. So that means 90 minus A plus 90 minus A. This is nothing but 180 minus 2A. 180 minus 2A. Now ask your doubt immediately fast. Now, what is the doubt? Ask amma. ఎక్కడ ఏ యాంగిల్ బి దగ్గర కాదు బి ఈ మొత్తం బి అది కాదు ఇది చూడు ఒకసారి ఈ యాంగిల్ బి కాదు అది బి మొత్తం అది చూడు ఒకసారి ట్రయాంగిల్ చూడు చెప్తున్నాను చూడు ఏబిఈ ట్రయాంగిల్ ఉందా ఇక్కడ ఏబిఈ ఇది 90 డిగ్రీ కదా ఇక్కడ అవునా కదా ఇది యాంగిల్ ఏ కదా ఈ ట్రయాంగిల్ లో ఇది థర్డ్ యాంగిల్ కదా ఇది సో 180 మైనస్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద రిమైనింగ్ యాంగిల్స్ 180 అర్థమైందిగా ఓకే ఇఫ్ ఎనీ ఫాస్ట్ అమ్మా right. Now look at, this is the angle 180 minus 2a. Look at whatever I am telling. This is angle at D. This is angle at D is nothing but 180 minus 2a. This D, this angle is opposite to this vertex 180 minus 2a. So similarly, this angle is opposite to vertex B. Similarly, you will get 180 minus 2b. Similarly, you will get 180 minus 2c. Those are the angle summa. If you remember these angles, everything you will get in that triangle. 180 minus, finally, you remember that angles. What are those angles? So have you drawn this diagram? I am rubbing and I am drawing again. No need of circles and all those things. Right? I will tell. So just those circles are drawn to show you the angles. Look at here. I am drawing once again. Diagram. I am drawing once again. This is one altitude. So this is orthocentrum. So join this. This is the triangle we are talking about. This is the triangle we are talking about. This is orthocenter. This is orthocenter. This is orthocenter. Now what you got is, till now what you got is this angle. Look at, I am marking. This angle you got 90 minus a. That you got. So both sum will become 180 minus 2a. That is our required angle at D. So one angle in this triangle is 180 minus 2a. Opposite to vertex A, angle will be 180 minus 2a. Similarly, opposite to vertex B, this angle is there. This angle is there here. That is 180 minus 2b. That means this half angle will be 90 minus b. This angle will be 90 minus b. Similarly, opposite to vertex C, this angle is nothing but 180 minus 2c. Those are the angles in the triangle. Right? Now look at here, number 2. Sides. Sides. This D length formula is, I will tell the proof. A cos A or R sin 2A. D length is A cos A. That is also R sin 2A. In terms of ABC we are writing. D length is A cos A or R sin 2A. So look at here. D. No. Wait. That this is now. FE. Wait. FE is A cos A. Or FE. At vertex A, there will be one side will be there. At vertex A, this side is there. That side is A cos A, and that is also R sin 2A. Take that. So then DF. So this DF is at vertex B. B cos B. R sin 2B. This DF side. D side. I will tell how you will get. R sin 2C. These are the side lengths. Look at how I will calculate there. Look at I will calculate here. Sides. These two angles and sides, you have to remember the formula. After that, you will get number of things by using this. Look at here. I want to calculate first FE. Look at here, FE, FE, right? This is FE. Now look at here. Here look at. This angle is what? This angle is 180 minus 2c. In 180 minus 2c, this angle is 90 minus c. Half you will get. This angle is what? 90 minus c, right? 90 minus, here look at here, 90 minus a, 90 minus a. Similarly, what you will get here? This angle 90 minus c, this angle 90 minus c you will get. Now if you look at here, this complete angle is what? This complete angle is 90. So this angle will be angle C, correct or not? Look at here, this complete angle is 90 because this CF is altitude, this is 90. This smaller angle is 90 minus C. So this angle will be what? C. 90 minus C plus C will be what? 90. So that angle is C. This angle is C, amma. This angle is C. Angle C. Now I want to calculate FE. Look at. I want to calculate FE in triangle AFE. In triangle AFE, take the triangle AFE by sine rule. By sine rule, this FE divided by sine of opposite angle. FE divided by sine of opposite angle equal to, look at here, AE divided by sine of opposite angle. AE divided by sine C. Therefore, FE is nothing but AE sine A divided by sine C. Sine A divided by sine C. So look at here. FE is nothing but FE I want. Now look at the triangle ABE. Triangle ABE. I am taking triangle ABE to calculate AE. Triangle ABE is right angle triangle. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So this angle is what? This angle will be 90 minus A. I have told already. No need of this angle. I will write. Look at. This is angle. No need of that angle. This is angle A only. This is angle AM. This is angle A. What I am writing is in this triangle cos A. Cos of this angle means adjacent side AE divided by this side AB. So therefore AE is nothing but AB cos A. AB is what? In triangle ABC, AB is C. That is C cos A. Therefore FE equal to AE, you substitute AE. C cos A. C cos A into sin A divided by sin C. Sin C, right? So this is nothing but C by sin C in triangle is what? C by sin C, 2R. Cos A, sin A. 2R sin A, cos A. This is written as R sin 2A. One formula. 2 sin A cos A is what? R sin 2A. And another formula, second. 2R sin A can be written A cos A. R into 2 sin A cos A is that. If you are writing 2R sin A as small a, this and this are same. A cos A and R sin 2A. This is the side of. You remember this formula easy. FE is nothing but R sin 2A. R sin 2A. FE, look at FE. It is near angle A. R sin 2A. DF, look at DF. Similarly, you will get DF. It is near angle B. That means R sin 2B. If you look at DE, it is near angle C. That is R sin 2C. If these both formulas, if you remember, it will become easy to calculate anything. So in triangle DEF pedal triangle, angles are 180 minus 2A. Opposite to angle A, 180 minus 2A. Opposite to angle B, 180 minus 2B. Opposite to angle B, 180 minus 2B. Opposite to angle C, 180 minus 2C. So that is the one. Next, third one is circumradius of triangle DEF. Triangle DEF, let us say R dash. Let us say R dash is the circumradius. This is nothing but R divided by 2. R divided by 2. Look at, I will tell you. Circumradius of pedal triangle, DEF, call it pedal triangle. Circumcenter of pedal triangle is nothing but half the circumradius of triangle ABC. Look at here itself, I will indicate the angles. So triangle ABC is there. Triangle ABC is there. Draw perpendicular this. So this is 90 degree. This is one altitude. So this is another altitude. So this is another altitude. This is what we have discussed, right? So line joining these, triangle formed by these. I am joining like this. I am joining like this. I am joining like this, right? So look at the triangle. This is what pedal triangle we have discussed now, right? Angle at D means this one. Angle at D, look at here. Angle at D, this is 180 minus 2A. This is what I am discussing about. So this you remember, angle at D is 180 minus 2A. Now what happens is, look at, there are half angles are there, this angle and this angle. Look at this angle and this angle. I am indicating here, look at. This angle is 90 degree minus A, and further this angle is 90 degree minus A, and this angle is 90 degree minus A. This 180 minus 2A is there. In that, this angle will be 90 minus A. This angle will be 90 minus A. You remember, like that. So similarly, angle at E. Look at angle at E is nothing but 180 degree minus 2B. Angle at E means this one, this one. So this one, angle at E completely. Right? Opposite to angle B, this will be 180 minus 2B. Look at. So this angle is there and then this angle is there. These angles are half. So this will be 90 degree minus B. And this will be 90 degree minus B. So complete angle of the pedal triangle is 180 minus 2B. 180 minus 2B. Remember this one. Look at. So this angle, look at this angle. Angle at F. Triangle angles. Angle at F. 180 degree minus 2C. 180 degree minus 2C. Look at here, this angle. Opposite to vertex C will be there, that angle. So this angle will be half. This angle will be half. So this angle is 90 degree minus C, and this angle is 90 degree minus C, right? So this is 180 minus 2A, and in this angle is half, this angle is half. So this is 180 minus 2B, this angle is half, and this angle is half, like that. So these are the angles of the pedal triangle. These are the angles of the pedal triangle. Just like angles are there in ABC, as this is the triangle, it will have the angles also. Those angles are 180 minus 2A, 180 minus 2B, 180 minus 2C. Right? Next, number 2. Lengths of sides. Lengths of sides. Right? Lengths of sides means what are those? Look at here. This FE length is there, this FE length is there, this FD length is there, this DE length is there. Those lengths, just BC length is what A, CA length is what B, AB length is what C. Just like that, look at here. This EF length is there, look at here. EF. This formula also you remember, A cos A or R sin 2A. R sin 2A. R sin 2A. Look at this EF length is there. It is nearer to vertex A, nearer to vertex A, FE. You remember this formula, it will be easy. Right? R sin 2A. This is also same. A cos A means what? 2R sin A cos A. So R into sin 2A. A is what in triangle? 2R sin A cos A. So 2 sin A cos A is nothing but sin 2A. It is easy to remember this formula. Right? EF. So similarly you can say what is FD? What is FD? Similarly, it is nearer to vertex B. That means you can remember like this. B cos B equal to R sin 2B. R sin 2B. That is one side. So next, D side. D side is nothing but C cos C. So this is R sin 2C. Right. Whenever the pedal triangle is given, you remember these angles. Angle at D, angle at E, angle at F. Side lengths. If you remember this, you will get one comprehension in the exam. Look at here. And also remember that this is 180 minus 2A. This angle is half, this angle is half. 90 minus A, 90 minus A. This is 90 minus B, this is 90 minus B. This is 90 minus C, this is 90 minus C. Right? So look at it. Now triangle DEF is a triangle. Triangle DEF will be like this. Look at it. Triangle DEF I am drawing here. Like this it is there. Triangle DEF is there like this. These are the angles I am talking about. These are the angles I am talking about. These angles. Right? So next third point is circumradius. Circumradius of pedal triangle. DEF, pedal triangle DEF. This is denoted by R dash. This is denoted by R dash. That is nothing but R by 2. This is circumradius of triangle ABC divided by 2. Divided by 2. Look at how I will tell now. Look at, if these two you remember, you can get everything. Look at here. So circumradius of pedal triangle means what? There will be a circle passing through 3 vertices. there will be a circle passing through three vertices. It is called not this one. This triangle ABC will have different circumcircle. Circle passing through these three will be the radius of that circle. What sine rule states? Now look at here. So sine rule states what? Sine rule I am applying in triangle DEF. Sine rule FE divided by sine D. This length divided by sine of opposite angle. In any triangle you can apply, not only in triangle ABC. This side length FE divided by sine D is nothing but, if circumradius is R dash, let us say R dash. 2 into R dash. What sine rule states? Side divided by sine of opposite angle is nothing but 2 into circumradius. Let us say circumradius is R dash. Now what is FE side? R sine 2A. Look at it. R sine 2A divided by, so sine D, this is what? 180 minus 2A. This is 180 minus 2A. So sine of 180 minus 2A. So this is nothing but 2 into R dash. Sine 2A and sine of 180 minus theta is same. Therefore, R dash is nothing but R by 2. R dash is nothing but R by 2. Therefore, this formula you have to remember, very important formula. Circumradius of pedal triangle is nothing but circumradius of triangle ABC divided by 2. Divided by 2. Suppose the question is asked like this. Right? If the circumradius of triangle ABC is 8 units. Right? Find the circumradius of the pedal triangle. What is that? So half of that. That means 8 divided by 2. 4 is the answer. Suppose the question is asked like this. If the circumradius of pedal triangle is 16 units, find the circumradius of triangle ABC. What is that? Double of that. Right? What is the circumradius of triangle ABC? Double the radius of triangle DEF. So if that is 16, then this will be what? 32, like that formula. Right? So these angles and these sides and then circumradius. These three you remember carefully. Now fourth point. Look at. Fourth point. In center of pedal triangle DEF equal to orthocenter of triangle ABC. Look at here. Look at here. In the diagram you look at. For triangle ABC, this is orthocenter. The point I am marking. What is it for triangle ABC? That is H. Because it is the point of intersection of altitudes AD, BE, CF. That is nothing but for triangle ABC. That is nothing but what? Orthocenter. Now look at the triangle DEF. This AD line is there. It will act as angular bisector. Because this line AD is bisecting the angle D. Look at here. Complete angle is what? 180 minus 2A. This angle is 90 minus A. This angle is 90 minus A. So this AD is nothing but angular bisector of angle D. So in the diagram, look at it, is very clear. So this AD line is there, that is bisecting angle D. It is dividing into two parts. So this AD line is nothing but angular bisector of angle D. So next this BE line is there. This BE is nothing but altitude to CA. But it is bisecting angle E. Look at here. This is 90 minus B. This is 90 minus B. This BE line will act as angular bisector of angle E. Now look at this CF line. CF line is dividing this angle into two parts. So this will act as angular bisector of angle E. Now the same point H is nothing but intersection point of angular bisectors in triangle DEF. That's why. So this H is there for triangle DEF. What is that? In center. For triangle ABC, what is that? Ortho center. That means look at here. In center of pedal triangle DEF is nothing but ortho center of triangle ABC. Right? This is the fourth point. In center of pedal triangle will always be ortho center of original triangle, triangle ABC. Look at them. Problems will be asked like this. Problems will be asked like this regarding this. In the passage, how the question will be asked? In the passage, he will give. There is a triangle ABC, AD, BE, CA for altitudes, DEF for foot of altitudes. Then triangle DEF will be formed. He will ask like this. Look at. First question. Area of triangle DEF divided by area of, question will be asked like this, equal to dash. Okay. Area of triangle DEF divided by area of triangle ABC. Actually, what is the formula for calculating area of triangle? We have one formula, 2r square. In triangle ABC, what is the formula? 2r square sine A sine B sine C. Do you remember this formula? Right? This, when you know R and all the angles, if you know, we will use this formula to calculate area of triangle. For any triangle, this is the formula. What is the formula? 2 into circumradius of the triangle square into sine of one angle, sine of another angle, sine of another angle. Now for triangle DEF, look at, I am writing solution. For triangle DEF, circumradius is R dash. So R dash square into sine angle D. We have to write those angles only. Sine angle E, sine angle C divided by, for the triangle ABC same, 2R square sine A, sine B, sine C. So for pedal triangle, you write R dash, that has circumradius. Angles are what? D, E, F, like that. Now D is what? You know, 180 minus 2A. R dash is what? R by 2. R dash is what? For pedal triangle, R dash is nothing but R by 2 whole square. Right? So this is sine D is what? Sine of 180 minus 2A into sine of 180 minus 2B. Sine of 180 minus 2C divided by, this is same, sine A, sine B, sine C, 2R square, 2R square. Now this is 2 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. Right? This is R square by 4. R square will get cancelled. We will simplify this. Look at. So 1 by 4 into, this is sine 2A. We will write 2 sine A cos A. Sine of 180 minus theta is what? Sine theta. This is 2B, sine 2B. 2 sin B cos B. So this is sine of 180 minus 2c. 2 sin C cos C divided by this is what sin A sin B sin C sin B sin C. Look at here. So sin A will get cancelled. So sin B will get cancelled. Sin C will get cancelled. So what you are getting 2 into 2 into 2 8. That means this is nothing but 2 cos A cos B cos C. This is the answer. So ratio of area of triangle DEF divided by area of triangle ABC. Just nothing is there. While writing this one, write R dash and angles are DEC. Angles, after that you substitute. That is how to calculate for triangle DEF area. Because angles, circumradius, So that is first question. Like that you will ask. Suppose second question. Look at second question. In radius of, look at here, in radius of triangle DEF equal dash. Second question is in radius of triangle DEF. In radius means what? In radius is R. Here let us say R dash. For the triangle ABC, in radius is what? R. What is the formula for R? You have the formula delta by S and also formula in terms of angles. What is that? 4R sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Now I am writing the formula. Okay. R dash is, here you have to write 4R dash sin D by 2 sin E by 2 sin F by 2 sin F by 2. Just formula is same. In the previous case, formula is 4R sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2 in triangle ABC. Here circumradius is R dash, angles are DEF. So write this formula 4R dash, that one. So R dash is what? 4 into R by 2 in terms of triangle ABC. Now D by 2 means what? D is 180 minus 2A. That means this is nothing but 180 minus 2A by 2. 90 degree minus A sine of 90 degree minus B into sine of 90 degree minus C. That means this is nothing but 2R cos A cos B cos C. So this is the in radius for pedal triangle. In radius for pedal triangle. Like that, if circumradius and angles, if you substitute, use the previous formula only. Just you change circumradius and then angles. Previous formula only we have to apply. So like that, anything he can ask. This is about pedal triangle. We will go to the next concept.